Happy welcome to Brit Punjabi. Before we talk about your professional career and happy hearts, could you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you born and where you grew up?
Okay, so I was actually born in Birmingham. I was only there for probably 3 or 4 years. I think by 1987, my family had basically found work in Leicester, and we've been in Leicester ever since. It's home. I just love it. It's such a diverse city, and I think over the years it has got more and more diverse. I've got lots of family and friends here. I've grew up here. I've gone to school, college here. I actually went to Aston University, which is in Birmingham. So that's where I graduated from. I actually wanted to be a lawyer, and I think that's where the magistrate role came from. So I actually wanted to be a lawyer, but I think my journey took me elsewhere. Obviously, I studied business and management at Aston University, but I think being a magistrate was a bit of an unfulfilled passion. So I became a magistrate I think 7 or 8 years ago now, and it was just at the back of having a lot of interest in law, the criminal justice system. Obviously, as I said, my dream was actually to become a lawyer. That didn't happen. So I guess becoming a magistrate was an opportunity for me to kind of do something within law. And I just absolutely love my role as a magistrate.
Happy, what's your hobby?
I actually recently started playing hockey. So just in earlier this year, in fact, so I used to play hockey when I was at school, but I think times were very different then. I think I probably came from a more traditional family where perhaps girls weren't, encouraged to do sport as much as they are now. I think I was far more academic than I was sporty. But yeah, as I've got a little bit older now, I have, tried to go back into, things that I was passionate about when I was a little bit younger. And one of them was actually playing hockey. So I have actually joined a local women's hockey team.
Let's talk about happy heart journey. Where did this idea come from?
Right, so Happy Hearts actually started probably just a couple of months ago. But before that, I was doing a lot of matchmaking informally. It probably started about 9 or 10 years ago, where I just started setting up friends and family. It was just something I was quite passionate about. I think growing up, I saw my mum, doing a lot of matchmaking amongst, her friends, sons and daughters. So I think it's always kind of been in our household, quite often. I would see, aunties and uncles coming over, talking about their sons and daughters and, asking for potential matches. So I think it's just something I've grown up with. And then obviously when I became an adult, like I said, I kind of carried it on informally amongst my friends and family. And then that kind of grew a little bit. I think over time, just talking to people and networking, I then started getting invited to, lots of these informal WhatsApp groups. They were kind of, what I would describe as matrimonial groups, where, I was kind of coming along to those groups, promoting some of the people that were in my network, and they were obviously plugging, people that were in their network. And I think although everyone had good intentions in those groups, I think I got to a point in time where things started to become quite messy, it became quite chaotic. And I was also just very wary that I had, a lot of data on my phone. I had people's, bio data, their photographs, and that made me feel a bit uncomfortable in that, these individuals don't even know that I've got their details. And I just felt like lots of private information was being passed around. And I just wanted to bring some professionalism to it. So the way I work is I basically dig deep. So I go beyond just looking at what physical traits somebody's looking at. Obviously, the obvious things that people start off with is they are looking for somebody of a certain age or a certain height or a certain location. Those are the obvious things. But I basically have a really deep conversation with them. What's their interests? What's their hobbies? What's their values in life? And all of these just allow me to paint, or just get a really good idea of what this individual is about and what is going to be good for them.
What's your message to the people who are looking a partner?
So my message to everyone out there is that you've got somebody in the Sikh community now who's going to do all the hard work for you, who's going to ask all the awkward questions, who's going to do all the filtering for you. So come and sign up to my database so that I can find you the perfect match.